Hey guys, what's up? Today is Thursday, so I just finished my work week. Thursday is my last day, and then I have Friday, Saturday off. I think the last time I talked to you guys was last Friday when I went to class. But yeah, a lot's happened. Obviously, I had a week of work. I did not feel very good today. I've been working out every morning, which is like normal for me. I usually do that, so I don't think that's what the problem is, but I think I'm just kind of like low on nutrients, so I made myself a green smoothie that I usually have every morning, but today I didn't have it and I didn't feel good, so maybe that's why. So yeah, I'm gonna drink this, and the reason why I wanted to talk to you guys is because, well, first of all, I have to show you my beautiful roses that Shelly got me for my anniversary. 4 years. No. I'm doing such a bad job. Dang it. So he got me these beautiful red roses. He sent them to me. He's in New Zealand right now, if you guys don't know. But we've been dating for 4 years on April 4th, I believe it was. So, I mean, I know it was April 4th. It's my anniversary. But yeah, I'm really happy about those because it just makes my room a little brighter and more fun, and I get to work next to them, so I really like them. Yeah, so it was our anniversary, and then I worked all week, and I'm really excited because I wanted to tell you guys about something. Last Friday when I was at class, my professor said that tomorrow, instead of class, again, like usual, we are going to go to a career fair, which is in Balboa Park in San Diego, and it's for architecture and design and building, and yeah, and I'm really excited about going. This is the flyer right here that we got in class. So she kind of took a poll and was like, would you guys rather go to this than have class? And I was like, 100% yes, because our class is 7 hours long. So I was like, that would be fun. And I think it's a really good opportunity to network and just meet other people in the industry, other companies. So I signed up, I got a ticket, and I think it's free. Yeah, I think it's free. I didn't pay anything. So I'm really excited about that. That is tomorrow. At what time does it start? Let me see, let me put you down, my arm hurts. 12 to 2:30. And Balboa Park is just this beautiful public park with museums and art galleries. Yeah, so tomorrow that's what I'm gonna do. And the reason why I wanted to start filming tonight was because now that I'm finally done with work, I can finally work on my portfolio. And I've been working on it all week, but today's the day that I really need to like grind and get things done, because my professor said it's a good idea to bring your portfolio, because if you happen to talk to a company that you're really interested in or that you like, it's good to have that to show them. So, I mean, I have a job right now. This doesn't mean that I'm looking for other jobs, but this just means that A, I'm doing my assignment and I'm going to class because this is a required thing now. And also, I don't know, it'll just be good to get feedback and to talk to other companies. Yeah, I'm really excited about that. And apparently they told a bunch of other universities about it. There's like University of San Diego going, New School of Architecture and Design. And honestly, what I'm really excited about is just being around people that are doing the same thing as me and have the same interests. I just think that's really cool, because obviously I get to be around that at work, but my team at work is only about 10 people. So it's really small, and I don't know. I love this industry so much that the fact that I just get to go for my class is still just unbelievable to me. Like the fact that that's my homework is doing floor plans and elevations and reading about the history of interior design, and my work every day that I get paid for is interior design. Like, this is honestly the best my life has ever been, and I really encourage everybody to strive to get to this point. Not that I've like made it, but like I'm doing what I want and it feels amazing. And when I work 7 hours a day, come home, work on this, I work on it in the morning, like day and night. This is what I live for, and I love doing it. And I really hope that everybody else does what they love doing too, because you only live once. So you might as well spend your time doing something that you really like. That's my spiel for you. So for the rest of the night, that's what I'm gonna be working on, my portfolio, getting some assignments done. And before that, I wanted just to show you what I like to do every so often. Also, I totally forgot to address this. I was gonna say this at the beginning of this clip, but I totally forgot. I bought some new purple shampoo and purple like leave-in conditioner because I have blonde hair and it helps get like the brassy tones out, and I left it in for too long because I was in the bath and I was watching like my favorite YouTube channel. So I got distracted and I left it in too long, and my hair is like actually blue. I don't know if you guys can like see this, but my hair has like a blue tint to it. So all day at work, I just had it up. I was like, I'm just gonna do this as tight as possible so no one can see this. But I think that once it washes out like a little bit, I'll really like it because I do like the kind of platinum look. Oh, and it was so funny when I was at work this morning, this delivery guy came in and I was in the back room, so he didn't know where I was, and I heard him asking someone. He's like, where's the girl that I just saw, like the platinum one? And I was like, oh my god, no one's ever called me platinum before. It's so cool. That's so lame, but I've always wanted to have platinum blonde hair, so whatever. We're almost there. It's just kind of blue, but whatever. So anyways, what I really like to do if I have time is go through interior design or architecture magazines and just kind of get inspiration. But more so, I do it so I can kind of see like what other companies are doing and what businesses are putting out there, what they're designing, and like what products are available, because usually they showcase like new collections, new designers, new products from brands, and I don't know, it's just good. It's kind of like your little daily dose of like what's going on in the world. Yesterday I read this one. It's called, well, it's Modern Luxury Interiors for California. So if you're in California, obviously you can pick this up. If you're somewhere else, maybe you guys have one too. I'm not really sure, but this is just a nice one. It's not very long, and the reason why I like this one is because it is more local and there's like less advertisements, I find, in like Luxe and everything else. So this particular one was the outside outdoor edition. I love these. These are like swings. If you look, they're like sofas, but they're suspended by ropes for your backyard. It looks really cool. Anyways, so I looked through this, and usually when I look through magazines, I like to put them on my Instagram stories. So if you don't follow me, you should, because I flip through and I take a picture or like a little boomerang or video or something of my favorite things in here, and just like the things that interest me or intrigue me. So yeah, I did that one yesterday. And then today I came home and my dad actually got this for me. I really like this one. This is San Diego Home and Garden. This is just a staple. I really like this one. So I'm gonna read this, just kind of flip through before I start working on my portfolio, and I'll show you if I see anything cool. So yeah, and I need to finish my smoothie because it's totally melted. Okay, I know this smoothie probably looks disgusting to most people. And the only sugar and fruit I put in this is half of a frozen banana. The rest is spinach, kale, a little bit of cashew milk, and then some like these green powders that I just got. They're kind of expensive, but they're super healthy. One of them is moringa powder and spirulina, which are really high in amino acids and proteins and everything. And then I do some peanut butter protein powder, so it's really good. And I'm always scared I'm gonna go to work with green teeth, but I don't think it's happened yet. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, I wish there was a way that I could show this and myself talking at the same time, but maybe I'll pause it whenever I see something cool. I think my favorite things that they put in these magazines are usually really small pictures, but it's usually like the interior of a restaurant. And I wish they would show those more, because that's what honestly really interests me. Honestly, just want to pause for a second. I am so blessed and honored and lucky that this is my research. Like, I get to read interior design magazines for research and for my own education. Are you kidding me? I've done this my whole life for fun, and now it's like work, you know. I love it. Ooh, this whole theme of this page is plaid. That's really cool. I really love more like masculine fabrics and prints. Fabric Cut, I believe, has this book that's based on like 80s and 90s suits, like men's suits, and I love it. It's all like plaids and checks, and I love it. I have been seeing this chair everywhere, And I think it obviously plays off of Kelly Wearstler, the whole cubism and kind of more blocky furniture, which is why I thought it could have been Kelly Wearstler, but it's definitely West Elm. Kind of a cool chair, and you can get a lot of different fabrics. You don't have to do this pink one. It feels really good to get to the point too where when I'm flipping through magazines, like I recognize a company or a product or something without reading the description. It feels really good. Like that one, I knew it. I made a video a little while ago about how to succeed in interior design when you're first starting out. And I don't know if you watched that video, but one of the things that I really stress in that video is being familiar with brands and with all the different vendors and everything, because I mean, that is your business. Like if you're gonna design something, you're gonna want a piece of furniture, you're gonna want a built-in or a certain paint color or fabric or wallpaper, and you're gonna have to know who to go to for it. Which company is gonna make the style that you're looking for. So the more that you can broaden that kind of library in your head, I feel like the more successful you're gonna be. So even though this might just look like reading magazines to other people, it's actually educating yourself in the industry and becoming familiar with everything. So I highly recommend you do this, even though to other people it might seem like we're just relaxing, you know. Ooh, okay, I've been seeing these everywhere. This kind of like tweedy fabric. It's really pretty. So a lot of companies right now are making fabrics that look a lot like Chanel. And I think it was actually Noblesse that actually made some of the fabrics, and I think still do, for Chanel, which this one is not them, but it's kind of similar to that. Theirs is kind of more like this, kind of more chunky with other colors running through it rather than a solid. These are kind of more solids. I really like these. These are super in right now. These are obviously jackets, but it just goes to show how fashion and design for your home and for interiors, they kind of like intertwine. Just my opinion. Ooh, black interiors. Okay, I know this is a little controversial because some people don't like black interiors, but I, for one, am a fan. And this is showing some kitchens, like black kitchens. I don't know if I've ever seen this before. It is a white kitchen, white uppers and lowers, but the island is black and the hood is black. That's kind of chic. I'm totally feeling that. Because sometimes black can just be too dark. Obviously, I mean, it's black, but mixing it with the white like that is actually really, really refreshing. I am into that. Yeah, this says right here, try pairing black cabinets with white oak. Avoid black with any color. Instead, opt for any neutrals that are derived from natural environment, like woods and metals. Thank you, Kelly Hinchman. Look how cool these look though. I mean, we're so used to seeing all white that this is totally like contrast. No, are you kidding me? Okay, I'll be right back. All right, we are back, and I think I cleaned this off enough. I would do that too. Dang it. So the only thing I don't like about these magazines is that they can be kind of too trendy. And I can see why, because they have to put out a magazine every month. So they always have to be doing like what's new and current, what's right now, you know? But I particularly like things that are classic and that are gonna last a long time, because interiors, they're not like your clothes. Like your clothes, you can go buy a trendy top or a trendy pair of pants or whatever, and you can just buy a new one the next week. Like it's not that expensive. But with a house, like you don't wanna actually build a house in a like trendy manner, because what if the next year it goes out of style and they don't want it anymore, you know? So I think with interiors, it's really important to be timeless and then incorporate kind of more current trendy pieces that they could switch out, you know, like dining chairs, accessories, things like that. Because I know that things like marble is really in right now. That's a huge trend. And when I see these like super, super trendy bathrooms and everything else, like it's great, but it's almost because it's so overdone and it's just everywhere. It kind of makes it less special. Like I remember seeing that on Pinterest like 5 years ago, and I thought it was the most amazing, beautiful thing, and I would like screenshot it every single time. And now I'm like, oh, that's another marble bathroom, you know, like you see it everywhere. So, and I think with any creative industry or career, it's really hard to be unique just because there's so many people doing it. So, I mean, I understand the struggle, but I do think that all designers should strive to be unique and to not just kind of copy each other, which is hard. And I mean, I'm hypocritical sometimes too. It's, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? What am I even trying to say? I don't know. Okay, gardens, puppies. The last like 30 pages were all like outdoor gardening tool ads, or not even ads, like it was an article, but like, I don't know. I guess, okay. All right, to be fair, it is called San Diego Home and Garden. I kind of forgot. Okay, I was like, why are there so many gardens in here? The last one I read is just interiors, so forgive me. Everyone and their moms are doing these lights, but they are cool. They're kind of like, what would you even call these? They're light fixtures that kind of like connect. I don't know, I've seen a lot in this magazine. I see them everywhere. I don't know how long they're gonna be in style for, but they're kind of cool. Luckily, a lot of them are different. Like sometimes these will be like big crystals or, I don't know, more bulby type things, more globes. Not my fave, not my fave. What is that? I think this magazine is more garden than home this time, unfortunately. I know someone who will like that. Mom. Okay, well, I don't want to spend any more time. Now I'm gonna work on my portfolio. Maybe I'll get my portfolio so I can kind of show you guys what that looks like, even though I'm sure everybody's portfolio is different. Yeah, let me grab that really quick and then I'll get working on that. Okay, so I do have to admit, my portfolio is not a physical thing right now. It's all online. And the reason why is because when I was applying for jobs about 9 months ago, I was in St. Louis. So I was emailing my portfolio to all these employers. I didn't actually have it printed. So now is the time that I need to transfer everything from my computer actually into my portfolio. So I have like a physical copy of it. And I know that a lot of people get like nice, beautiful like binders and actual portfolios to put it in, but mine is literally just a binder that I need to take the stickers off of. It is a 1-inch just white binder that I'm gonna put my own information in, obviously, and make like a cover. But that's what I'm using. It's small enough, but I can still fit enough in here. And what I'm doing is I'm just using these like clear sleeves to put my pages in, just so it protects them, it makes them prettier, and it just looks nicer, honestly. So, and I also want to go through and just make sure everything is kind of up to date and nice. I don't want to print anything that's kind of like not my best work, you know. So also my boyfriend, because he's in New Zealand, his hours are totally different. He's on Friday, so he's already on tomorrow and 5 hours earlier. So right now it's 8 o'clock. So for him, it's 3 o'clock on Friday. What the heck? This is why I usually stay up really late, and I think that's why I haven't been feeling the best, because I haven't been sleeping enough. But when your significant other is still awake, it's hard to go to bed. Stop distracting me. So something that I wanted to address, just because I think there might be questions about it or misconceptions, I guess. A lot of people think because they haven't had a job yet and they haven't had real experience that they can't have a portfolio. When I was applying for a job, I found myself kind of scrambling and being like, well, do I have a portfolio? Like, what do I put in my portfolio? I've never made a portfolio before. And I got super nervous because I applied to all these jobs and they immediately emailed me back and said, send us your portfolio, like we're interested. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't have a portfolio. So I spent like just hours and hours and I did all this research on like what a portfolio is. And it's a very, very daunting thing. It's kind of like putting together like your first resume. You want to make yourself look really good and you don't want to put on all this weird experience on there that doesn't really apply to what you're doing. But that's why I'm always recommending people to read books and practice and do drawings. And even if they're not real life, even if they're not for a client, it's still something to show your skills. So whatever you have, keep it and work on it and make it better. And just start putting it together in a portfolio, because when you go to apply for a job, probably 99.9% of the time, if it's in the design industry, you're gonna have to have a portfolio. I mean, that's just like trying out for a sports team without them seeing you play. Like, you have to show them what you're capable of doing. So just start practicing, start pulling together everything that you have, and just kind of keep a record. And that's why a couple months ago I bought this binder, because I was doing all these drawings and these assignments for school, and I was kind of just like throwing them away or forgetting about them. And I'm like, no, like I need to keep them together so that when the time comes and I need a portfolio, I have one. So yeah, you don't want to find yourself in the same position that I was and not have a portfolio and then have to put one together at the last minute when the employer is asking for one. You should just keep working on it all the time. And kind of like too, I know a lot of people recommend doing this, like with your resume, they say just to keep it and just keep adding to it constantly. So every time you get a new job, every time something happens, add to it so that when the time comes, you don't have to make the whole thing. That's what I try to do. But obviously I didn't do it very well if I'm doing it all right now. But that is the aim. That's the goal. So just to give you an example of like what I'm putting in here, this book that I put in my top 5 books all interior designers should read, it's all about AutoCAD and doing drawings on there. So I'm basically printing out my assignments from the book. So in this book, step by step, they teach you how to make a floor plan, and I'm putting that in my portfolio because it's a floor plan. And for example, just because they're not real life doesn't mean I can't use them. So I'm trying to keep this solely like what I've done on my own outside of work, has nothing to do with them. Yeah, just my stuff, my assignments. And a lot of people that are applying for jobs are college grads, and a lot of their portfolios are fictitious. They're fake things that they've created, fake projects for school. So yeah, it doesn't have to be real. Okay, I'm taking a little break right now because something I'm really fortunate about is my dad is a carpenter, and he has a lot of plans. We have a lot of plans in our house. So what I'm doing right now is I'm gonna go find a set of construction documents that I can kind of model mine after, because I don't know, when I print them out, I just want to make them look accurate and like a true representation of a construction document. So I'm gonna go find one of those and then use that to format mine. This one will do. So I'm obviously gonna keep the name and the residence private because I don't think they'd want me sharing this, but I'm just gonna unroll these and just use them as best I can. If you don't have these resources, you can always use Google. A lot of the books that I showed in my video, I should actually link that video below, but instead of looking in those, I'm just gonna look at one, a real roll of plans because I have them. It's just easier. So yeah, let's see what's in here. I just hate how big and finicky plans are. Most construction documents start on the first page with a drawing index, and it's kind of like a table of contents in a normal book, but it just tells you where every drawing is located on what page or sheet. So I'm looking for elevations right now. So I'm gonna go to page 3, possibly 5, 7, and then there's a few elevations in here too. But yeah, these are very helpful. So as you can see on these elevation drawings, I did not print these in a layout, any certain layout view. So I just printed the window, which literally just gives you the drawing that you did. So right now there's no title on it, there's nothing, there's no scale. So, and I just printed these out for myself just to check for corrections and everything. So I didn't really print out a final version anyways yet. So I'm gonna do that right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna print out my drawing, each elevation in one of these with a title block, which is this side part, this whole kind of background detail. And then each one, I'm just gonna do one single viewport and just have one elevation on it. Alright guys, it is 10:15 and I haven't even had dinner yet. I'm like really stressing myself out. I just got an email of all of the companies that are going to be attending tomorrow, and there's like 20 of them, and I want to do research on all of them and see which ones interest me, which ones I should spend more time talking to, and I just wish I had more time to put my portfolio together. Yeah, it's a huge opportunity for me, and I just don't want to screw it up. So I'm gonna go to bed so that I can wake up early tomorrow and keep working on this. I have a few more drawings I have to do. I actually, where is it? have to do a drawing for my dad. So this is a dry bar for a client of his, and they want to do like these industrial shelves that are put together with kind of like plumbing parts. So it'll be really cool, and he wanted me to draw it up for him. So I'm gonna do that in the morning and then put that in my portfolio too, and then just try to do as much as I possibly can. But I printed out a lot, so I'm gonna go get that and then put together what I have. So I'll probably show you what I have so far, and then I'm gonna head to bed. So yeah, let's go get my printouts. Do you guys hear how slow this printer is right now? Oh my god. Oh, I think it's done. Well, it's done with that one. While my portfolio continues printing at a record pace, I'm gonna start putting them into my portfolio. I just have these clear sheet protector, you know, paper protector things that I am going to put all of my pages in, and then I'm going to organize them by type. So I'll have floor plans in one section, elevations in another section, and then kind of more decorative design stuff in another section. And then maybe renderings if I can print those out tomorrow. But the color for some reason is printing so slowly right now. It's like painful. I have a lot I'm planning to do in the morning tomorrow. So I need to wake up really, really early, do my resume, finish my portfolio, maybe make copies of my portfolio, make copies of my resume, update my resume, and do research on the company. And it starts at 12. So tomorrow is going to be very stressful. I will see you then. I got like 4 hours of sleep last night because I stayed up till 2 researching all 25 companies that are going to be there. And just kind of seeing who I want to talk to. So I had a really late night, but I think that actually really helped. And I kind of like took notes for myself so I'd remember. But I have my portfolio all done. I just need to put the cover on, so I will show you that. So I have 25 copies of my resume for each company that is going to be there. And then I have my resume in here, and then just the rest of my portfolio. So I don't have like as much as I wanted to have in here, but it's something, so that's okay. I just have to put the cover in that I just printed out. I'm gonna put it in the front and the back, and then we'll go. My mom is actually gonna go down to San Diego with me to downtown, and we're gonna get breakfast, and then I'm gonna go to my career fair for a few hours, and then we might get lunch. So we're just gonna kind of hang out. And I'm excited, so I don't have to go down alone. It'll be fun. And I guess I'll show you my outfit too. I don't know what everybody else is wearing to the career fair, but I kind of wanted just to look semi-decent. So I'm just wearing this nice sweater. These are some of my kind of work pants that are a little more casual. They're kind of like a plaid, if you can see that. And then these shoes. Okay, got my portfolio with my name on it. And now I'm gonna go. I'm honestly like a little disappointed with how it went. It was supposed to be for architecture and interior design, and I think a lot of companies advertise themselves that way, but like it's mostly architecture. And I swear to God, every single booth in that career fair was just architecture firms that just happened to write like a little bit of like interior design down there. And it's hard because I feel like a lot of times in my life when I tell someone I'm going to be an interior designer, or that I want to be an interior designer, or that I am, their response is always, well, why don't you just be an architect? Like, why don't you want to be an architect? And it's not that I don't want to be an architect, it's just that I want to be an interior designer, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And it's almost like people think you're going like halfway, or like you're almost there but you're just not quite an architect. And even though we do similar things, they're completely different careers, and I don't want to do what architects are doing every single day. Like, that's not fun for me, you know? And I don't know, I just got like this bad taste in my mouth when I was there, and it kind of like makes me sad. So I don't know. One of the ladies, I mean, granted she was like the chairman or someone of like the Architecture Association here in California, but I told her what I was doing, and she's like, you know, you might as well just become an architect. Like, it'll be better for you. You'll get more jobs. Like, it'll be easier. You'll make more money. And I'm like, I don't want to be an architect. Like, why is that so hard for people to understand? It's like, the fact that people talk about it in a way that they think that it's not, that interior design is below architecture is just, it's so sad to me because it's not, and it's different. And just because it's like when you're a doctor, like if you're not a neurosurgeon and you want to be an orthopedic surgeon, that doesn't mean you're any less than them. You're just different. Like, you want to pursue different things. And I don't know, I didn't show anyone my portfolio. I didn't give anyone my resume. I have 25 copies of my resume and I didn't give one of them out because I'm not interested in any of these companies. And I don't know if it was a waste of time or not, but it was nice to come down to Balboa Park and spend time with my mom. And I think now we're gonna go walk around, do some fun shopping. Kind of bummed that it turned out this way, but I can't change it. It's a chair book.
Yeah.
I love chairs. No, this is really cool.
I like that it didn't have a lot of words. It just had lots of pictures.
I always talk about the history of chairs. Everybody at work gets sick of me because I just talk about chairs. Wait, I really like this book, Mom.
Oh, good.
This is really cool.
That'd be a good reference book.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. And then for me, because I do want to start drawing again, for $10, watercolors and all these different pretty colors.
I love it. While I was in the career fair, my mom went to the Museum of Art in Balboa Park, and that's where she found this, where'd it go? The History of Chairs, which if you know me and you follow my Instagram, then you know that I love that stuff. It's a really cool book. I am finally home now, you guys. That traffic was horrendous, but I still have a couple hours of daylight to do some stuff, and I think what I'm gonna do is go try to find my brother a birthday present because his birthday's on Sunday and he loves cooking. So I'm trying to find, I don't know, I kind of wanted to find like some cool like cooking utensils or dishes or just kind of something to do with the kitchen because that's just what he likes. So I think I might include that in my next vlog. I think I might end this one here because it's already like super long and I really want to edit it. So I'm gonna end this. But one last thank you to my mom for getting me this book at the art museum because I absolutely love it. And it's gonna look really cute on my bookshelf with all my other design books, and it is a very good reference tool. It's just, it shows like it's the 500 most influential designs of chairs in history. So I love this, and I'll link it below if any of you guys like it too. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you did and you want to see more, and please like the video if you did. I'll see you guys later.